We're here in sunny Nhill for the third WorkSafe Country Club Week for 2025.
It's a very good farming area here, predominantly broadacre farming.
It is pretty remote. We do lack a lot of services. That's what makes it good that you can rely on each other. You do create that community a bit more than you do in the city.
It's a great town. It's a town that will be what you make of it.
Been a Nhill inhabitant all my life, and also been around the sporting club all my life also. And I see the football, netball and the sporting club as a very big part of our community.
I live out on a farm north of Nhill. You know, just a pretty good upbringing in a small country town.
As a school teacher, I came here in 1981. Played over 500 senior games with the club, so yeah.
Everyone just pitches in, does their bit. It's multi-generational, so you can talk to Rob Gersh, the oldest life member, or you can talk to the Moddies girls out on the court. It's a great club to be part of.
I thought Thursday night was absolutely brilliant to have the inspectors here speaking. The exposure that was put to our people, especially our younger people.
Thursday night was great. It was great to hear from our professionals, and it's pretty big when all this stuff happens in a small town. Everyone looks forward to it.
Are there any Bulldog supporters under 42?
Yes. Some here. Hey!
The vibe was really terrific, really welcoming, really good night.
And it just highlights some of the things that people need to be aware of. People are becoming more and more aware of what WorkSafe is all about.
I suppose my knowledge working at the hospital for the amount of years that I have, I ensure that safety is brought into the kitchen.
Being an ACO, you do respond to people who are in a crisis. It's an emergency. They've phoned for a reason. So safety is the priority always. That's the number one thing, whether you're a member of the community or you are part of the emergency response.
Our role here as inspectors is to spread the message about workplace safety, try and break down some barriers. It's been a great program over a number of years now, and really find it really engaging, and people just come and have a chat in an informal setting. You know, we give them some advice and some guidance and open up the conversation.
A lot of farmers, because they've got big equipment, they tend to work on their own at times. You do worry about them. We've had some bad accidents around here. You know, I compliment WorkSafe for the promotion they're doing. We as a town are pretty proud of our little area, and when we can get this exposure and try and promote the safety of our people, it's very, very important. We had a couple of bad drought years, and there were promotions to try and get people to go along to a community meeting or something, but a farmer's a very proud person, and they were a bit reluctant to do that, but they would come along to footy netball training. It's just so critical in our small communities.
I'm a fourth generation farmer on the family farm. We all talk on the phone, but it's not the same as coming here. You've got something in front of you as far as entertainment goes, which is also a common interest, and you can just yak about how much rain you've had, what problems you're having. Today's a great spray day, probably should be out spraying, but sometimes I think the priorities of going and seeing some mates is pretty up there.
When you go north, particularly up in the Mallee area, a lot of that clubs there have amalgamated. They lose their little country store or they lose their little country pub, but the netball football is just so critical to retain the community together, and Nill's no exception. One of the problems we have is our population.
The number of people in the place just slowly diminished. It did shrink, but it's sort of stabilised a little bit now. With Karen people coming into the place.
We've got one of the largest duck manufacturers in Australia, but it grew too big and they couldn't get staff. John Millington, who was the manager out here at the time, got on to the Karen community from Wimmera, and it's just grown from there. Yeah, probably 10% of our community now, 10% of our school. They're in refugee camps, and it's been a real win-win, and the town should be very proud of itself, the way they've supported the Karen community.
We learn about their cultures and their traditions, and it's definitely helped the town grow on a population-wise, and without them we probably wouldn't have a footy side, so it's really good to see them get into it and everyone gets along, so it's great.
We haven't yet got them coming up through our senior ranks, but one day it might happen.
My husband, he was the junior vice president, he's been the cricket director, his parents have volunteered, they still do. It's just a long life commitment for them, which we will show our boys what we're doing at the moment, and then they'll emulate that for the years to come, which will see the club continue and be successful and thrive.
My wife Marion's the first life member of the Nhill Netball Club, I've got one of my sons as a life member, and then I've had grandchildren, and now another group coming through in great-grandchildren. My wife tells me there's a hole over there somewhere, that perhaps that's where I'll go one day. You can use the word success in funny ways. I sort of look at the word success as having exactly what this club has got in the community, and that to me is what it's all about. And yeah, it's just imperative we keep the club going.
My children have grown up playing sport here, and I want to try and keep that going. Some of the smaller places around now don't have those teams, and they're basically disappeared, those little communities out there.
Here at Nhill District Sporting Club, I always feel very welcomed and supported. And even when I move away, this will always be my home, and I always come back here, and I know that I will always belong and, yeah, have a place to be here. And it's quite a great feeling to have.